What's up, guys? My name is Elias, and Marvel Studios' The Fantastic Four First Steps releases this week to kick off Phase 6 of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. So, as the second entry in our Fantastic Four watch list, let's talk about Fantastic Four from 2005. In the early 2000s, the guy responsible for directing the first two Harry Potter movies, Chris Columbus, no relation, wrote an epic screenplay for Marvel's first family and was set to direct as well. But due to Fox's reservations about the technological challenges and budget concerns, Columbus dropped out. Enter Tim Story, the guy who directed Barbershop. The studio wanted to make the Fantastic Four's first cinematic outing accessible to the masses with loads of laughs, engaging fights, and a top notch story, but most importantly, a product that stuck as close to the source material as possible. Now, when I was a kid watching this in theaters with my mom and my cousins, I was so excited to finally get to see the friggin' Fantastic Four on the big screen. From famed composer Michael Giacchino's infectious score and the cast's dynamic chemistry to the perfectly heartfelt balance between drama and comedy, this movie gave MCU vibes before the MCU was even a thing. Just a few days in space, it'll be great. What's the worst that could happen? A lot, apparently. The team's space expedition is a wonder in itself, as each member of the ship is bestowed with unnatural abilities through what seemed like divine intervention. Once they make it back to Earth, all is well until transformations take place and a horrific accident on the Brooklyn Bridge makes the world at large aware of the brand new superhero squad in one of the coolest scenes in the movie, I might add. Johnny rushes into action to save a little girl, engulfed but unharmed by the roaring flames. Sue blocks the fire with her invisible force field while Reed stretches just enough to catch a falling firefighter. Ben musters every ounce of his brute strength to pull the fire truck from off the ledge of the bridge, and then the crowd goes wild. All that to say, no matter what happened to these destiny riddled astronauts, they're good people at heart who instinctively give no thought to their own lives as long as the civilians are safe. The newly dubbed Fantastic Four's natural heroism is the perfect foil to Victor Von Doom, whom the late Julian McMahon absolutely killed at playing, who has always put his own selfish needs over others, and as a sociopath granted superpowers, he becomes even more dangerous than ever, forcing them all to work together and battle his threat the only way they can, as a true team. It's kind of awe-inspiring to see everyone's abilities displayed in full after Thing goes toe-to-toe with Doctor Doom himself. Human Torch turns the heat up to supernova, surrounding the villain in hellfire, with Invisible Woman trapping it in a force field. Mr. Fantastic forms a slide of sorts to blast Doom with frigid water, and though the Metal Man lives to fight another day, so does the Four. The ending never ceases to put a big smile on my face as Johnny roasts Ben, figuratively, and flies up in the air to form a fiery four with the catchy score leading us out. I just love this movie, man. Not only do the special effects still hold up 20 years later, but the lighthearted jokes, the refreshing simplicity of the story, the cast charisma, everything about it is just absolutely enjoyable, and in my opinion, helped pave the way for the MCU. That early 2000s feel was a vibe, man. And I just wish we got more movies like it. Like, sure, you can argue that it's a bit light on the action, but none of that seems to matter as its quick pacing keeps it a relatively smooth, easy, and fun watch. I can't tell you how excited I was as a kid to come out of the theater and yell, "Flame on!" just to see if I can burst into flames and fly up into the sky. And at the end of the day, isn't that the job of a comic book movie to appease that imaginative side of our humanity? Filled with B-movie moments and dialogue, visually interesting cinematography, and some of the most human depictions of popular comic book characters in live action. This is a dope flick, and I'll always come back to it, and in my personal opinion, it's one of the most underrated comic book movies of my generation. Plus, I'm a sucker for origin stories. That's it for today, though, guys. So let me know in the comments if you've seen 2005's Fantastic Four. What did you think about it? What are your favorite parts, your least favorite parts? And are you excited for First Steps? Also, if you like this video, consider hitting that like button and remember to share it as well to other people so they can join in on the conversation too. But until next time, take care and God bless.